Yeah, it's going to be a quick blast. I'm on doggy daycare, wherever he is. And he's on a long training lead today. He had the snip the other day. I don't know if my American and international friends know what snip means. So how do I describe this? He's been castrated, I think is probably the international word that everyone might understand. So yeah, he's been castrated for good reason. So my reasoning or justification, I know there's a lot of mixed opinions on it, but we don't intend to breed. For those people that like dogs, we don't intend to breed. Therefore, I think it's the kindest thing to do to actually remove his bits, because otherwise, frustration, right, where he's looking to use his bits, for want of a better word. Yeah, it comes with that. It's all the urges as well, isn't it? You know, the dog owners out there, you may get it where you lose your dog, you know, reacts on instinct, the instinct to go and find lady friends or female dogs. And, you know, those dog owners out there, once they got the instinct, they can disappear and they can, you know, ignore your recall. I'm just keeping an eye on him the whole time because, yeah, he's got stitches. So the last thing I want is him to around like a lunatic like he normally does, and opening up his stitches. So forgive me for keep looking away from the screen, but that's the deal. So say hello, guys. Do the usual. Good morning. Morning, Timothy Starkey. How are you, man? Say hello, guys. Press that red button 154 times. I don't know why that is, but I say that quite often. 154 or 155. Not sure why. But there you go. But what I just wanted to mention today is about our monthly brotherhood call, which we had yesterday. And it always inspires me and energizes me when we have our monthly call. And the main reason being is it's a real privilege for me and the rest of the team where guys can just jump all together on a Zoom call, you know, with videos on, we can all see each other. And it's a real privilege whereby guys can show vulnerability and open up, you know, who are most probably having some life curveballs, right? You know, the bit that I love in the calls that we have, not only my coaching, obviously, I obviously dip in and, you know, coach the guys where I feel necessary, whether it be diet, fitness, mindset, life challenges, relationships, things like that. But the bit I love the most is the point where all the guys have a little slot between them, you know, or each rather do their little slot and say how they've done in the month against their plan goals. And then we talk about challenges as well. We talk about a couple of challenges that we've had. And that's the point that I love the most, whereby the guys are showing a bit of vulnerability. You know, sometimes there's the odd tear shed, you know, if necessary. And the guys, that's where I feel very privileged to be part of this tribe, whereby guys can show complete vulnerability. And then the biggest magic moment for me is when I see several other guys within the group nodding at the same time when somebody has some challenges, which means, you know, we're all going through the same shit. Yeah. When I'm talking about curveballs, I'm not saying life is all shit. And apologies for the swear words. I know, Timothy, you sometimes got it on OK Google or Alexa. So apologies for the swear words. But yeah, and that's those are the moments, and those are the moments where I, you know, do my super best to support the guys, whereby they've got life challenges going on, life curveballs, and we figure it out as a team. We figure it out together, and the guys are not alone. I think that's one of the biggest things as well. You know, we have great banter on the calls as well. We have a good bit of piss taking of each other. You know, just having a bit of, as I say, a bit of banter, a bit of fun. There's a few guys, there's a few, you know, full on, not athletes, but high level people that train. But then there's a complete, you know, with zero judgment on anybody. We're all just trying to have a good life, right? Have a great life. But yeah, I always come off of our group calls so inspired and so energized, and grateful and privileged that I'm able to do what I do, you know, and that's why I do what I do. I love it. I absolutely love it. And what I will say, I've had quite a fruity life. I've got a very large family, and let's say it's very rare that a client comes on or joins me or comes in the Brotherhood. Rare that a client will come up with a challenge that I've not seen, dealt with, experienced, or at least been part of within my family. We've been through a lot, you know, good and bad. You know, this isn't all doom and gloom. 100%. We freaking have a great life as well. You know, there's a lot personally that I'm massively grateful about. I'm grateful to do this. Look at me. I've done my kind of morning routine, walking the dog. Nice, lovely morning. You know, nature's out, quite quiet, so love it. You know, and this is even when I'm a bit restricted. The missus has gone to work, where she goes into the office once a week. And what we normally do, we normally give him to doggy daycare for the day, every Wednesday. But we can't do it because he's had the snip, you know, and let's just say he'd be running around like a lunatic on daycare and probably split his sutures, his, what do you call them, stitches. So, but yeah, just wanted to share the Brotherhood calls and the energy, the vibe, the inspiration, and, you know, but I challenge the guys as well. I call them out on their bullshit, you know, because we've all been there, right? We all lie to ourselves. We all tell ourselves a certain story to not necessarily show up and not to really do the very best that we can possibly do, sort of mentally and physically. Yeah, we play small because, you know, can't get deep into it now, but the whole subconscious is set up to keep us safe, right? That little hard drive in the middle of our brain is set up to keep us safe and comfortable, you know, and not necessarily take risks. So what happens when we're looking to come out of our comfort zone? What happens? The subconscious reins us back in and pulls us back into our little comfort, our small little circle, our small little comfort zone. It's too scary, right? Don't want to take that leap of faith. Don't want to push ourselves too hard. You know, but the essence in all of this, when you're feeling afraid and when you're feeling concerned and when you're feeling uncomfortable, it's exactly that. Those are the times when you're going to grow. Yeah, that is actually what you should be looking for in life, is to feel those feelings of fear and discomfort. Not all the time, because what you also don't want to do is overwhelm yourself, of course, and we don't want to overwhelm you. But that little bit of discomfort, that little bit of growth, you know, that little bit of fear, healthy fear, yeah, that we live a fulfilling life and we test ourselves a little bit and we bring things to the next level. So anyway, going to leave it there, guys. Been a bit of a tricky one this morning. What with Matey? Where is he? There he is. Because all he wants to do is run at 100 miles an hour around this field like he always does. But I've got to stop him doing that for his own sort of safety. So obviously his brain can't compute that, can it? His brain is saying, "Come on, why can't we do what we normally do, or what I normally do?" But anyway, going to leave it there, guys. Have a great one. Enjoy yourselves. Do what you love and do it often, and do it with passion. All right. Take care, guys. See you later.